Ever watched someone fail so many times that you start wondering whether life just has a personal grudge against them? That's exactly how Dr. Wire begins. But here is my question for you. If you're in Agnes's shoes, would you have kept going after the first setback, or would you have walked away? Before we get into it, welcome back to Flicks and Feels. If you enjoy honest movie review, deep story breakdowns, and conversations about the films we all love, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know if you agree with my take or if you saw the story differently. Now let's talk about Dr. Wire. Agnes has already lost more than most people her age should ever have to. Her parents are gone, her father's business has collapsed, and with it disappears the comfortable life she once knew. Instead of giving up, she moves from one trade to another: carpentry, hairdressing, phone repair, and eventually electrical work. Every new apprenticeship comes with fresh hope, but also another boss waiting to tell her she isn't good enough. What struck me most wasn't just how often she failed, but how long the story allowed her to sit in those failures. She gets insulted, embarrassed, sent packing, and treated as though she will never amount to anything. Even at home, she somehow ends up carrying responsibility for problems that aren't even hers. It feels unfair, and that's exactly the point. By the time she finally starts succeeding, you don't feel like the writers handed her an easy victory. You feel like she earned every bit of it. Agnes herself is far from perfect, and that's what makes her interesting. She's stubborn, emotional, sometimes too proud to accept correction, and occasionally makes decisions that only create more problems. She doesn't always choose the smartest path, especially when it comes to the people she lets into her life, but she never completely loses the determination to try again. Did she frustrate you at any point, or were you rooting for her all the way through? Let me know in the comments. Then there's Frank. He's engaged, but his relationship is already standing on shaky ground. The moment Agnes proved her competence by fixing what others couldn't, his attention slowly shifts towards her. We've seen similar storylines before, but I have to admit the gradual revelation about his fiancée added more weight than I expected. Even so, I couldn't help thinking the romance occupied more screen time than it deserved. Personally, I would have preferred seeing even more of Agnes mastering her electrical work. Silas, on the other hand, offers something completely different. He is quieter, steadier, and genuinely seems to care about Agnes without unnecessary drama. Watching the contrast between Frank and Silas raises another question. Who do you think who do you think was actually the better match for Agnes? One thing the film does surprisingly well is showing how quickly people judge women entering male-dominated trades. Nearly everyone assumes electrical work is beyond Agnes simply because she's a woman. Instead of arguing with them every step of the way, she eventually lets her work speak for itself. Once people realize she can actually solve their electrical problems, they stop caring whether she's male or female. That's where the nickname Dr. Wire finally feels deserved. Beneath all the rumor, the shouting, and the exaggerated workshop scenes is a story about survival. It's about carrying family burdens that shouldn't belong to you, trying to build a future while everyone around you keep reminding you of your past, and proving yourself in spaces where people have already decided you will fail before you even started. That doesn't mean the movie gets everything right. The pacing can feel repetitive. Agnes keeps losing jobs, tempers keep exploding, people reconcile a little too quickly, and the circle repeats. Some of these scenes could easily have been trimmed to give us more time watching her becomes the electrician the title promises. Still, I enjoyed what the film was trying to say. is an underdog story that doesn't pretend success comes overnight. It reminds us that assumption eventually lost their power when competence takes over, and that's the message that lands well. For me, Dr. Wire earns a solid 4 out of 5 stars. Bright and holding. Now it's your turn. Have you seen Dr. Wire? Did you agree with the ending? Were you Team Frank or Team Silas? Or do you think Agnes should have focused on herself instead? Share your thoughts in the comment because I'd love to discuss them with you. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, subscribe to Flicks and Feels, and turn on notification so you never miss out next movie discussion. See you in the next one. This is an independent, unofficial review created for entertainment, commentary, and discussion purposes. All rights to the original video content belongs to its respective creator. Content credit goes to Uchenna Mbunabo TV02.